With Jason Clark of the four-time champion Carleton Place Canadians. 9 years now for the Carleton Place franchise. Four consecutive championships. 4 in 9 years, let alone consecutive. What the hell's going on there, Jason?
I don't know. It's been a lot of fun, to be honest with you. Every time a new season starts, it's kind of, you can't believe it's been 9 years, to be honest with you. And when we started this year, my wife approached me and was talking about having a 10-year anniversary in the summertime. So we're not even through the first 9 years yet. So it tells you how time flies for sure. But it's been a lot of fun, and very thankful for all the corporate support we've had in our town, and very great support of town council and the people of town of Carleton Place. We got a lot to be thankful for.
And as well as yourself, obviously there's some pretty good people throughout the organization.
Oh, you mean if you want to have a good organization, you got to surround yourself with great people, and you can't find a better assistant coach than Steve Maxwell. And not only is he the best assistant coach in our league, but he's also my very closest friend. So the game of hockey is great, but the great thing about the game of hockey is the people that you get to meet through the game, and that's how Steven and I met was through hockey when I coached Ottawa, and it's been a lot of fun to be able to share a lot of good memories with Steve for sure.
Last year about this time I mentioned the word dynasty. I didn't necessarily like that word, but if you were to make it the drive for 5-5 year equal Sheldon Keefe's record, what would you think?
Oh, you mean any time that you can be in the same sentence or the same breath as what the Pembroke Lumber Kings did and the Sheldon Keefe did, you mean it's obviously an honor. So we got a long way to go yet in order to get that to reach that goal. But I mean, I think that with our 7-1 start so far, things look pretty good. I still think there's quite a few little holes in our game that we need to kind of sharpen up on. But for the first 8 games this season, it's been a good surprise.
Would you be a little bit more optimistic at this point this year as compared to last year at this time?
Yeah, I think we're different. Like last year, we were at the beginning of the year and all the way up to Christmas until we made a few trades. We were the second youngest team in the league last year, and this year we have all those guys returning, and this is the most veteran players we've had returning in the last 5 years. So it's nice for me, to be honest with you. There's a lot less headache so far with regards to just little things on what it's like to be a Carleton Place Canadian every day, and our leadership right through our captain, Jeff Kitt and Sam Knobloch and Tim Theochartis and Kate Town have done a fantastic job of rallying the 5 or 6 new guys into the culture and how things are supposed to be done, and obviously it's been a lot easier on the coaching staff as well too, with the great leadership they've provided so far.
So what did you have to address this year?
I think it's just more of the same, to be honest with you. I mean, I think that when you have 14 guys, or 13 or 14 guys that are returning, it's just about being consistent. It's about, striving to get better every day, not only as a player, but as a person, and living your life the right way. And, we talk a lot about that, about, eating right, sleeping right, being a good citizen. And I think, those guys, those 14 guys have done a fantastic job so far. And obviously they did a great job last year, but there's always time for room for growth. You got a guy like Sam Knobloch who's leading the league in points right now, and last year he played more of a third line role for us, and he's maturing as a player and as a student in the game as well too, and that hopefully that continues with the 13 other guys that have played here last year.
Ottawa Senators made a number of acquisitions in the offseason to bolster their lineup, and I gathered some news. But a couple of weeks ago in Carleton Place, you soundly beat them 7-3.
Yeah, I thought we played well. I don't think we saw Ottawa's A game, and I don't think we saw Ottawa's best lineup. They had a few injuries with that game, but that's hockey. You have injuries, and some teams are going to play better than other teams in certain times of the year. And we just happened to that night just be hitting our stride and playing good hockey, and and we played well. So, like I said after the game to the guys, I said there's good news and bad news, and I asked them what they wanted to hear first, and they said the bad news. I said, well, the bad news is that you guys have set the standard, and that standard is going to be met. The bar's high, and that standard is going to be met every day at practice and every regular season game, and we need to exceed that bar. So Then I asked them if they wanted to hear the good news, and they said yes, reluctantly. And I said, well, you guys played really well. See you on Sunday.
The Braves, did you get to see them at the showcase at all, or what do you know about this year's edition of the Brockville Braves?
I watched them at the showcase, but watched their video game against the Bears, and it was in Canada last night to watch them play Canada. Jesse Winchester's added a lot of different structure to the Braves game, and I find they play very fast. They're a very fast team. They take a lot of time and space away very quickly, and that team seems to be getting better and better all the time. They're a little bit more polished with the puck as the first 7 or 8 games have gone by. So we're going to have our hands full tonight for sure. I think after a 2-1 loss last night, they'll be probably fired up and ready to go today, and this is the first of a home-and-home series. So on the road, we better be on our toes for the first 10 minutes of the game here and hopefully set the tone.
Are you healthy tonight?
No, we're not. We've got 3 injuries in the back end, so we'll have 3 APs in the lineup. But with our new Junior B team, it seems to be working out just fantastic. So got a lot of guys that have played very well at the Junior B level so far, guys that we've recruited to play for our Junior A team the following year that are developing very, very well under John Olson and Ryan Jardine and Trevor Peters down in the Junior B League. So you'll see, I think, 3 pretty good defensemen, and hopefully they play well tonight.
Thanks as usual for doing this. Really appreciate it. Good luck tonight, Jason.
Thanks for having me.
Jason Clark, the Carleton Place Canadians.